Hi, this is Matt Swartz, and welcome to episode 22. Completed my first full week of quarantine, and I'm coming to you from Kiwanis Park in Tempe, where those of us in our quarantine house, while still practicing social distancing, are getting out just to get some walking in, some fresh air, some vitamin D. Really excited to be coming at you. I've only got 1 week left of intentional quarantine as a result of coming back from Nicaragua, but I wanted to talk a little bit today about just this idea of social distancing and how do we intentionally figure out what do we need in the midst of social distancing to still feel like we have connection. I want to give you two thoughts that I think is huge in this time of just trying to navigate the new normal with coronavirus. Number one is make a plan. So I am an extrovert who uses a lot of words every day. So the biggest challenge for me is understanding that I am just not going to get my normal word count in per day. If you're more introverted, you're probably wondering, I don't even know what that means, but that's okay. So for me, I needed to make a plan of what am I trying to do each day to make sure that I'm still feeling connected to my family, to my most significant relationships, and whether that's through WhatsApp, whether that's through FaceTime, whether that's through Zoom, I'm making a plan of what do I need each day, which means that I can plan some of that, like today, like I planned out my workflow for next week for getting my work done, but that's not enough. I still need to figure out what do I need to do to make sure that I'm feeling connected and still a part of community. One of the things I really appreciate about my church, Sun Valley, here in Arizona is they're not just doing the weekend services online, but midweek they're doing this prayer gathering where it allows just thousands of us to be able to connect in and just be a part of a moment together. And what I felt like is that in those moments, because I scheduled that out, that I was a part of something bigger than just me. So make a plan and be willing to tweak it each day. Today I woke up and understood that seeing our family, we use this word narfy, where it's like, it's the ikblas, which I may need to use another word to try to describe it. But I realized that for me, in order to help with that, I needed to reach out to my family and say, hey, just wherever we are, let's set up a family time in WhatsApp tomorrow to talk. So not only just make a plan, but adjust it as the case may be. But number two, and this is kind of the big thought I want to leave with you this week, is just like after September 11th terrorist attacks, there became like a new normal. Like, in other words, we can remember life before the attacks and then life after the attacks. The reality for every one of us is that we're going to have to define the new normal, which means it's just going to take time, which means that part of this process right now is figuring out that the world that we knew, like that world is gone, and we have to adjust now to the world as it is. Different ones of us adjust more quickly to that, but I do realize that in this season where we're having to define what the new normal is, we have a great opportunity to extend grace to people as we figure that out. So my challenge to each one of us is we get to choose that attitude of grace as we define this new normal. The best experts have no idea if this is 2 months or 18 months that we're having to adjust to the new norms of social distancing or all these things. We just don't know, which means that for right now, the intentionality we do in extending grace to each other, that's huge. And so my goal is, as I'm understanding that I'm having to adjust to the new norms, I'm trying to offer and extend grace to others as they're adjusting to the new norms. Go ahead and like this video and comment below on your best tricks, hacks in the social distancing world, what you're using to help you remain connected in community. And go ahead and subscribe, and I look forward to talking to you next week, where I will be out of quarantine, back home with my family, but still in the United States. So have a great week.